Alright, good morning and welcome to Kaftan TV. This is the press, a beautiful edition for you on a Friday morning like this. My name is Chukunalu AK. And before we go to the newspapers today, you know how we do it on the press every morning that we come on air on the Kaftan TV. Now we're going to start with the weather report. And from weather report, then we will see what the newspapers are saying as reported across the country today. So in weather report, we will start with Edo State. Edo State is expected to be 24 degrees Celsius today. It's going to drizzle with the highest temperature expected to be around 29 degrees Celsius, and the lowest temperature is expected to be at 23 degrees Celsius. Rainy conditions will continue all day with wind gusts up to 10 kilometers per hour. And from Edo State we move to Delta State, which is currently 24 degrees Celsius with the highest temperature expected to be 29 degrees Celsius and the lowest temperature expected to be 24 degrees Celsius. Rainy conditions will continue all day with wind gusts up to 11 kilometers per hour. And from Delta State we move to Bayelsa State, which is currently 24 degrees Celsius, almost like Delta State and Edo State. You know, they are at the south region of the country. So Bayelsa is 24 degrees Celsius currently. It's going to drizzle all day. Drizzle today with highest temperature expected to be 28 degrees Celsius and the lowest temperature expected to be 23 degrees Celsius. Rainy conditions will continue all day with wind gusts up to 11 kilometers per hour. And from Bayelsa we move to Lagos State. Lagos is expected currently 25 degrees Celsius and drizzle today with highest temperature expected to be 29 degrees Celsius and the lowest temperature expected to be 25 degrees Celsius. Cloudy conditions expected around 5 p.m. with wind gusts up to 11 kilometers per hour. And from Lagos State, which is the commercial capital of Nigeria, let's move to the the capital of Nigeria, which is Abuja. Is currently 24 degrees Celsius and mostly cloudy today in Abuja with the highest temperature expected to be 29 degrees Celsius and the lowest temperature expected to be 23 degrees Celsius. Partly cloudy condition expected around 3 p.m. with wind gusts up to 11 kilometers per hour. And from Abuja, let's see what Kogi is saying going to look like today. Kogi State is around 25 degrees Celsius. Currently is going to be cloudy with the highest temperature expected to be 32 degrees Celsius and the lowest temperature expected to be 24 degrees Celsius. The rainy condition is expected around 6 p.m. with wind gusts up to 19 kilometers per hour. And with Kogi State we have come to the end of the weather reports. At least you have a fair understanding of what is going to happen around the cities in Nigeria. But so let's go straight with the newspapers and see what the paper is leading with this morning. And with the newspaper we will start with the Daily Trust. Daily Trust this morning is leading with 2027 ADC wins key legal battle. 2027 ADC wins key legal battle. That is the lead story on Daily Trust this morning. You see also US withdraws troop deployed to Nigeria. Is just below the masthead of the Daily Trust. Marketers decline petrol price reduction as crude costs drop. Again, government attacks NIGCOMSAT. That is on the front page of the Daily Trust, and if to get more of that story, you will see it on page 7 of the paper. The Phantom Council, my life in danger, says Gbajabiamila's accuser. You get that at below the picture story of the newspaper. Let's move away from Daily Trust and see what Daily Champion is saying. Daily Champion is leading with the fake agency scandal. Article orders demand independent probe of Gbajabiamilas, with the riders that says presidency warns against weaponizing allegation. I am ready to defend myself in court, says Prince Adeyemi. You get that on page, more of that story on page 2 of the newspaper. Article Hayes judgment affirming David Mark led ADC. You get that. Also, the front page, ICPC seeks approval to detain Uche Nnaji for 14 days. Assailant killed as government launch fresh attacks on NIPSS in Jos. That should be in Kuru, Plateau State rather. And then from above the masthead, you see FG to train 5,000 on meter installation. You get that is in response to our energy crisis. Xenophobic attack, FG evacuates more than 271 Nigerians from South Africa. You get ASU threatens to shut down 3 Lagos varsities. That is on front page of the Daily Champion. Then let's see what is happening with the Daily Independent. Is leading with Northern Nigeria facing worst hunger crisis. WFP warns, says $89 million required in 6 months to fight hunger. Wow. Northern Nigeria facing worst hunger crisis. The WFP warns, says 89 million required in 6 months to fight hunger crisis. Despite NCC threats, telecom consumers real poor service. That is another story on Daily Independent. And on the front page of the newspaper, you have the story of Atiku lauding the court ruling affirming ADC leadership. Also, you have court orders for forfeiture of ex-power minister's property to FG. And away from that, let's see what New Nigeria is leading with this morning. New Nigeria is leading with Kaduna government reconstruct first ever Northern Nigerian vet ABAO unveils ADP's Abbas in Kano. That is on page 4 of the New Nigeria. And let's see what First Daily is leading with. He said, Nation on flood watch. FG warns Nigerians to brace for heavy flooding. With the rider that says rains expected to intensify nationwide, communities in high-risk area urged to relocate. Tinubu launches training for 5,000 youth in bridge metering gap. That is on the front page of First Daily 2. Youth Minister, no decision yet on new NYSC uniform. That is also on the US Embassy Consulate short Friday for Independence Day. Okay, court affirms David Mark as ADC National Chair dismiss Abejide's suit. Court adjourns Emeka Ike's 10 billion naira privacy suit to July 2022. Rescuers pull man alive from Venezuela quake rubble after 8 days. That is a miracle. The blueprint is not giving us much this morning. The blueprint is just saying how Nigeria's anti-terror financing efforts cause secured EU high-risk list exit. NFIU is telling us that there are 1,721 convicted troop neutralized, 1,597 rescued, and 1,516 kidnapped victims in 6 months. Coastal states can grow Nigeria's blue economy. Governor Diri is saying that. From blueprint, we see the Punch. The Punch is leading article vows 2027 fight as court declares Mark-led ADCs with the rider that said Mark Aregbesol's emergence meets ADC rule. Electoral Act court declared. You know, the court has declared that Mark and Aregbesola emergence meet ADC rules, Electoral Act. So I hope there will be no infighting within the ADC. ADC chair celebrate court victory, urges united opposition. Court government plots to weaken opposition we fail. Article is saying that. And also on another political party story is PDP factions in fresh clash over ANEC nomination forms. That is on page 2 of this the Punch newspaper. Dangote importers battle as petrol holds above 1,000 naira. You get more of that on the Punch newspaper. And The Guardian is leading this morning with still on the scandal. PFIPC scandals put budget integrity governance under scrutiny. You get more of that on page 6 of the Guardian newspaper. And Guardian also have other stories like the independence of the United States of America that we reported earlier on. Police arrest 3 over assassination attempt in Osun. You have that story in Guardian. NAS candidate leads presidency fumes over Ondo APC protest. Ondo APC protests, others probe. You have that on the LA, that is Lagos State, identified 3,390 new HIV positive cases in first quarter of 2026. Okay, and the new Weekend Hope is talking about Ondo APC National Assembly list. Ondo Council bosses cry foul, urge Tinubu to intervene. They're asking Tinubu to intervene, and Voice of Liberty is leading with 1.1 billion naira Buhari era funding, 1.3 billion 2026 budget, deeping mystery over fictitious presidential council. Wow. And the Nigerian Tribune is leading with North Straits Ghost Presidential Council. That is what is major newspapers are leading with this morning. And the Nation is the convicted ex-ministers forfeit more multi-billion naira asset, with the rider that say Mama loses Mitama Mansion, George OK interim forfeiture of 4 others. And the Nation listed some of the properties that seized or is going to forfeit to the federal government of Nigeria. Daily Monitor this morning is leading with PFIPC saga controversy deepening as FG files charges against Adeyemi. And with the rider, I'm not a con artist, Adeyemi replies presidency, 6 independent probe panel to examine allegation. The Daily Monitor also have the story of ADC court declaring that Mark-led leadership of ADC dismissed Abejide's suit. And New Telegraph is leading different angle. Say internal security Nigeria has 4 million private guards, 1,745 companies investigation reviews. And lastly this morning we have a Daily Times newspaper, which is PFIC scandal article demands answers over 1.3 billion budget allocation to non-existent agencies, with the writer that says alleged agency DG claims threats to life. That is the end of our newspaper, daily stories this morning. We'll go on a short break this morning, right now. By the time we come back, I will be joined by a guest that will help us to make sense out of all what has been reported in the various dailies this morning. Don't go away. Stay with us. right, welcome back to the press this morning. Like I told you earlier on before we went on that short break that my guest, a guest will join us this morning for us to make sense out of all, that we interpret some of these things to us, because sometimes when you look at what the dailies have been, what they are reporting, so you'll be wondering, somebody once told me that you people that are anchoring political programs, how is you supposed to be checking your mental health? And joining me to discuss this morning is High Chief Wisdom Okoye, who is the Director Diaspora Operations for Forward Bola Ahmed Tinubu 2027 ICG. You are welcome to the studio this morning, High Chief.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure, coming in and for us to even discuss some of it. Now, I can see that you are the Director of Operations for Forward Bola Ahmed Tinubu 2027 election, and we are having a scandal in the presidency. How are you going to make sense out of this, to looking from your own angle that you are campaigning for a president and there is scandal within his inner caucus, as in from the presidency, and it is all over the place. 1.3 billion naira budgeted to that agency, and they are telling us to come and tell us that that agency is not existent or is fake.
Anyway, thank you so very much for having me. The only thing I want to say about that is that in this world there must be things happening, situations, discussions. In heaven there is activities. God the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, for the people that believe in Bible, they believe a lot of activities is going on in heaven and on earth. But coming to my very self, High Chief Wisdom Chukwumokoye Ozama Mife Chukwu, one of Isokoma Kingdom. Why personally I decided to campaign for Mr. President, our president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is because, not because other candidates are not Nigerians or they are not good. If you check all the candidates that are coming out for 2027 general election for presidency, you will see that some of them have done one thing or the other good to the nation. You talk about Atiku, he was once vice president. You talk of Obi, His Excellency, former governor of Anambra State. For to be a governor is not easy. A lot of them have delivered one good thing or the other to the country. People have benefited their state and all that. But at this present situation, at this present time, Bola Ahmed Tinubu GCFR still remain the best candidate to be a president of this country, in 2027. And why I say that is because he is a man that know how to take difficult decisions.
Okay.
Difficult decisions that will be a benefit to everybody in this nation in the future. When you talk about security and what is happening, though we know that security is a global issue, but when you talk about security, what is happening now in Nigeria in terms of security, you can now see that taking a decision to have state police help to bring down most of the problems, because Mr. President cannot be there in Abuja and know what is happening in all the states of this country. But through the state police, you will now see that instead of having vigilantes that cannot have that don't have good training, don't have a very good weapon to challenge all those bandits, it's a problem. But by having state police, you now see that most of all these people will be trained, most of they'll be trained, and the state will now know how to manage the securities and all that. And you know, the security by doing that will be, all those insecurity will be a thing of past. And for someone to have that decision, to take that decision in this kind of time, it's
okay. Yes, I understand your, you know, what you're saying about Mr. President having that strong will to take certain decision that can. But yes, sometimes I get baffled when I hear things like that. And we're also saying, like I asked you earlier on, something is happening within his around them. We have this 1.3 billion naira that was budgeted to an agency that they are now coming out to tell us that is fake, is not in existence. I think at least the information strategy to the Mr. President, that is Bayo Nodunga, came up to say is that committee or that council is not in existence. Are you not worried that this is going to affect Mr. President's election come 2027?
To me, it is very wrong for anybody to go in conclusion, especially in what you are not sure, or you are not there when it happens. Look, let me tell you, my brother, there is no office in this whole world, if be it in America, in any part of the country, that sometimes things will not happen, but everything that happens must surely be settled. And sometimes it's better to wait and see the end of outcome, the end of things, before putting conclusions, before judging. Because as you stand here, even you cannot say Mr. A is saying the truth or Mr. B is saying the truth. There are people that is their work to know about that, and with due time they will go into it and know what is happening, and they will let all the people know, including you and I.
But how did we allow that to happen over the years? This man, we saw images, footages of how he has hosted ambassadors, met with the deputy speaker of the house, met with a lot of people from across all lines, across professions, in the name of Mr. President, and they were unable to nip this in the bud. Was it that somebody benefited from it within the government circle, and because the agreement was not honored, and we are not hearing about this?
Anyway, in as much as I'm concerned, I don't discuss what I don't discuss what I am not sure of.
Okay.
And I don't talk about what I don't know properly. But what I want to tell you is this, that I will work for Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu because I like some of his decisions. For instance, I came into Nigeria. I was able to go around Abuja, and I see a lot of progress when it comes to road network. Yeah. And that's a decision, somebody having decision, to have that decision to make to appoint the ministers, like FCT minister, you know, Wike. You see it's working, you see the road networks, you see everywhere it's okay. No matter what you say about him, you can't take it off from him. For example, the man he appointed as Minister of Works from my own state,
Ebonyi.
My leader, yes, Ebonyi. I'm talking of Minister of Work, Dave Umai. You can see the good work he's doing. You can see even he introduced these concrete roads to the federal, and you can see most of the road. Like if you are going from Enugu to Port Harcourt, you see it doesn't take you how many hours, but before people sleep there. So, and just to mention few, these people are.
But you are not having that. Okay.
These people are doing very good work for Mr. President, because Mr. President was able to have a strong man to make that decision of appointing people that will work, and many other things.
How about power?
Okay, when you talk about power, also, like I said, there must be, everybody might not get it right. Did you understand? Everybody might not get it right. But what I am telling you is, If you have traveled other countries in the world, you will know that there is no place, no country on this earth that doesn't have their issues. And let me say this, please. It is hard time we start to appreciate good things, to appreciate people when they do good. Yes, when someone do something that is not right, you have the right to say, okay, this thing is not right. But when people do good things, appreciate them. It's the right time we start appreciating even ourselves, because most of all those labeling, like if you go outside the country, previous government, they go there, they say Nigerians are criminals, Nigerians are this, they are that. It's affecting us. That's why you see now they start chasing Nigeria. Imagine South Africa chasing Nigeria out.
It's because of wrong leadership or the leadership problem in Nigeria. That's why most Nigerians are leaving the country.
It's not because of bad leadership. No. If you like, bring God to govern this Nigeria. People will travel outside. People try to go and know what is happening in diaspora. They try to go other countries to know what is happening, to see different people, have different environments. It's not about bad government. It's not.
All right. Okay. Don't go away, our viewers. Let's go on this short break, and someone else, another guest, is going to join us to complement what my guest, Ambassador High Chief, is saying here. High Chief Wisdom Okoye, either to complement or to support. I don't know the angle that is going to, that is going to come from, but I believe we are going to have a conversation, beautiful conversation in the studio this morning. We'll be back. right, welcome back. Like I told you, another guest has joined us in the studio right now, and his name is Abdulaziz Idris, who is also a regular on Money Press like this. You are welcome to the studio, Abdulaziz. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you. Good morning.
Yes, all right. Hi, Chief. Let me go back to you before we come to him, so that he can have a little bit of relax a little bit and know his thought. You were telling me about the good things that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is actually doing, being firm in his decision. I know you've not mentioned it, but I know that is what supporters of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu usually says, removing subsidies and all that, and but we are not going to go into that. Security is one of our major challenge in this country. Why has President Bola Ahmed Tinubu have done, and you can see it was reported in the newspaper. I think the New Telegraph talked about the numbers of people, a number of vigilantes we have, and private guards. We have about 4 million private guards we have in the country, which we can easily tap into. So my question is this to you, is that why has the president not taken that firm decision he took in fuel subsidy, in way and means issue of dollars, and why has he not taken that firm decision when it comes to the security matter, as you people usually tell us that he's a strong leader?
Okay, I might not be in position to know the kind of firm decision he wants him to take about the security, but you already said that it takes a very big decision for someone to talk about the state police. A lot of people have come as president of this nation, but nobody was able to do that. So for him to say, okay, let's have state police, yeah, I think that will help that will help for this for the security challenge we are having. So that
state police, now that the process now is also part of the firm decision that you people usually talk about, that is a strong leader.
You have mentioned a lot. It's not only that, you mentioned subsidy, you mentioned a lot yourself, so and you know it. see like what I was saying. You see, I'm in outside the nation, wherever I am, in US, in African countries, when anybody asks me, do you know what I tell him? Please, you're from where? I say, I'm from Africa. Where? In Africa, Nigeria. We're in Nigeria. I'm in Nigeria. Do you know why I say that? Because I do tell them that, because if you ask any person from America, say, where you are from? You say, I'm from the United States. So that unite them, or you give more, unite them. You understand what I mean? Yeah. So, but this issue of I'm this, I'm Igbo, I'm Hausa, I'm Euro. What I'm trying to tell you is, it is hard time we start appreciating each other. Like I told you, if you now take a very look about the people, the candidates that are coming 2027 for presidential election, you see that most of them have done one good thing or the other to this country. So it will be a sin for me to come and say Atiku is a bad person, Obi is a bad person. No.
You want to be balanced.
No. Not a matter of being balanced. You have to say the truth. Did you understand? These people have they have served this nation. There's one way or the other they have bring a success to this nation. No, but your capacity of governor, being a governor or vice president. Did you understand? But I'm telling you, for this, at this situation, at this very time, Bola Ahmed Tinubu remained the best candidate to govern this nation.
Do you agree with him on that?
Yeah. You see, when we want to take a decision like that, you also look at the opinion poll of people around you, and you understand. He has, everyone has his own opinion.
Yes.
His own opinion, yes. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu can be described as the best president. Yeah, we agreed. He's doing his best, or he's even doing extra. You understand, as far as his best is concerned. But one problem here we are talking about, especially the security he's trying to say. That state police was it's one step to tackle the problem, but yet there is one problem that remains unsolved up to today was the autonomy of local governments. If our local government could also be given the autonomy.
But Mr. President gave them the order. He took
but it didn't work. It didn't work. You and me and you know that it didn't work.
But at least you get that should not be his fault.
Yeah, no, there could be his own fault too.
How? As the president, he said let this thing work. He said let this thing work, and probably the governors, they are not allowing it to work. So what is he going to remove the governors?
Are the governors above the law? They are not above the law.
No, but the president cannot remove a governor.
He can't. There's a way he can do it.
How?
If he give a revenue mobilization directive that no money of local government should go to state government.
No, but the state governors
to go direct to them.
No, the state governors also have what they call joint tax, joint revenue, whatever board in their state. If your state come up with a law that says, look, all of us we've agreed that any money that is coming in should go to the state, there is nothing the president can do about that.
You know, even the court has given that order. So what's the problem was, as you said, is the governors for now. But the president has the authority also and has his own capability, the way that he can be able to tackle these governors and allow this government, local government to function. You understand? I'm not saying that everyone has his own opinion. To me, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, yes, he's doing good. He's going through the right direction. But the problem is that yes, many people are not understanding his policies. They find out that yes, because of the hunger, the economy is bad and so on and so forth, especially the fuel money every day going up. Many people believe that to that extent he's not doing enough, which I think President Bola Ahmed Tinubu should also come up with new policies on how to tackle those problems.
Okay.
The economic hardship mostly is because of fuel. Starting as he removed the subsidy, but yet we're still talking about up to today removal of subsidy. Now that subsidy is gone, but the problem sometimes can be international. For example, when this Iran-USO started, you know, the price keep going up. Despite the fact that we know that we don't import any fuel from Hormuz, but why our fuel keep rising up? People, that's the complaint people are making. The federal government needs to come to with a new scheme whereby Nigerians will not be affected, even in the future. There's any US, Iran war, or any other countries where that doesn't affect Nigeria. We have our refineries, let them start working. These are the things that if President Bola Ahmed Tinubu did, nobody will come out and say he didn't do well. He has to come off. He has to.
But you wouldn't expect Mr. President to solve every problem at the same time.
It's his duty to do it.
Is his duty to solve 100%?
Don't forget, he said that he's capable of doing it when he's
100%.
Yeah, what he said.
Do you agree with him on that?
Yeah. My brother here. If you listen to him, he can see he's a very reasonable human being, and I like his thinking. But let me just say something. I even want to say something about the issue of a very important place he pointed out about local government chairman, autonomy. You see, our president, sometimes I call him famous builder of men. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, he's a famous builder of men. And how you know people that are men builders is at times when they give you power, or when they appoint you, they allow you work. For example, issue of a governor and the local government, like you likely said, you can see that he took it upon the relationship, the good relationship he has with most of our governors. But he look at their face and say, allow local government chairmen to bid. Because one thing is that Mr. President might not even know the name of my local village. But it is the duty of local government chairman, that local government chairman in my local government, like my local government is on local government, or local government in Ebonyi State. Did you understand? Mr. President might not know that my village is in Banese. He might not know that the transformer that they put in my place, the wire is not there up to today. It's the duty of the coordinator the new what did they call it? The new coordinators. There's something they call
discourse or
no. It's
local government.
Look, there's a local government. There's coordinators. Yes,
okay.
There's one. This thing, that also I think they also it's their duty to know that this road leading to the farms are not graded. These bridges are not there. But what happened? Like he likely said, the money sometimes will be signfold, will be eaten, and the rural people, the local people don't know any person. They know is a president is Bola Ahmed Tinubu. You will see somebody selling pepper in the market. When you go to buy pepper, you will say, "So no, this pepper, small pepper is 3,000." You say what? You say it's Tinubu. Imagine that. And because so what I'm trying to say is
he mentioned something on that. He said communication that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not communicating properly to Nigerians for them to understand that many people are not understanding Mr. President's policies.
If Mr. President is not communicating, how did you know that he is the one that even I think the matter is even in the court issue of this local government, and it's in the court. And like I told you, Mr. President is someone that is matured, very matured person. He allowed people to do what they're supposed to do. He have raised the matter up. The matter is in court. I think it's in Supreme Court or thereabout, if I'm not mistaken. Waiting to see the rating, and the rating will be done at the end of it all. You understand? But what I just want to tell everybody is that no country in this world that doesn't have problem. No, not even one. Right. America said, do you know that in America they kill for fun? What do I mean by killing for fun is that I might be here, my brother now make me angry. Then I'll leave this place and go where people they crowd and pick gun and start shooting people. Africa is the best place to stay in the world, and in Africa, Nigeria is the best country you can stay in this world. It's only little.
Are you saying that because you're a Nigerian?
No, I'm not saying that because of okay, look. Do you know that in this our country there is no foreign discrimination? You can see what is happening in South Africa. Do you think that can happen here in Nigeria? No. Even you and me will not allow anybody that is not in Nigeria to be intimidated. Is not true?
Yeah.
Nigeria is the best place. It's just that we're having little challenges. When you talk of security, which is a global issue. But with time, I am telling you, this country, Americans, Germans, all the whole country will be coming to Nigeria to have their rest. With time. And that is why I'm saying it's 4 by 4. 4 years is a short time to give somebody to sort the issue of this country. Yes. Very small years.
Especially that the
yes.
Of this
did you understand? We have to recite patience.
We agree. This is another argument that I don't, or theories that usually come, that this insecurity has been long. And I remember when President President Buhari was coming in, he said he's going to fight it headlong, he's going to solve it, and he came in. We know that you are aware. He was even attacked in Kaduna by this same group of people, and we know that you are aware. And when he got there, he started giving us excuses. So I don't actually agree. Mostly when we say 4 years is not enough to solve.
Let me tell you.
Okay, go ahead.
You know why I want to say this? Anyway, I'm so sorry, but the way it is in my mind.
Yes.
For example, now, do you know that Nigeria is above 250 million people? Kenya is 47 million people. Zambia is 27 million people. Ghana is about 20-something million people, and we are more than 100 and something, above 150 million people, and different languages, different beliefs, and all that. And you can't use those to compare America, that people are well educated. You know, they know how to parrot themselves, how to do things. People here, what is disturbing us here is just sometimes religious, that disagreements. And before any country in the world developed to a standard, to an international standard, or civilization, what do you call it?
First world or
standard
country, yes.
These things must surely happen. It's a way of, it must surely happen.
Well, I didn't read in the history of Singapore having that kind of experience that we are having right now.
Yes, you know, the problem of Nigeria is not looking at Singapore or any other country.
Malaysia.
It's a competition comparison, but the problem, Nigeria has a particular problem. For example, now we are talking about insecurity, kidnapping, and others. Why is it always very rampant and common when it's about to go to election time? Why? Don't forget, in 2019, when Buhari was contesting for second term, this kidnapping of school children and others,
it happened 2015 too.
Rising, up to 2015. Now, exactly in 2023, it's not like this. But now, because people want to go for the second time, you can see how the thing keep rising. There's politics in it.
Wow.
There's politics in it. Politicians are behind most of these problems. They use it to go against any president, maybe opposition, because they are not in good time, or he's not doing what they want. They will now use the what they call it, these bandits and kidnappers to keep, to make the situation look like the country is not safe. That's the problem. But Nigeria, as he said, is safe, other than South Africa and others. We are doing better. We are not discriminating. We are not chasing people out of the country.
Or killing people.
Or killing people just innocently, apart from this banditry and kidnapping. You can see the generals. Just recently, they killed General Rabi. Last 2 years, the Emma of Gobir was killed. School children, many of them were abducted. Look at the Oyo State now. That's recently.
Oyo State, yes, they're about 47 or thereabout.
So you can see the problem. The number of kidnapping keep rising when there is an election time.
Then after election,
it will subside.
It subside.
Just observe it. Look at from 2019, from 2014, 2019 down today. You see that when election goes, it will come down.
Now, is it that let's take it historical perspective. Now, 2014, we had, I think 2013 or 2014, we had Chibok girls.
Yes.
Down to President Bola Muhammadu Buhari came on board. We have Dapchi, I think it was Dapchi and kind of kidnapping in school, about 2 or 3 schools kidnapping too.
Yeah.
And now Bola Ahmed Tinubu, they took it to his doorstep in Oyo State, about 47 kidnapped. Now, 2014, APC was not in government. Now, so PDP was accusing APC.
No, there's no APC at that time.
No, they've created APC as at that. Okay, yes, newly they were still in. So newly, PDP was criticizing APC. Now, PDP is no more in power. APC is now saying, probably, like you said, opposition. Who are we now going to put? Who now change hand? Who now became the lord now that will now make this kidnapping to be against APC now?
The problem is that, our problem we have in Nigeria is that every politician, when he is not satisfied in the party that he is, he move to another one. There is that cross-carpeting. Most of the people that are in PDP, majority are in APC.
APC, yeah.
Those who are in PDP, some of them move down to other parties. Those who are in PDP move to other parties. So they keep cross-carpeting. And that process, some of them can go and liaise. I'm not saying clearly, I cannot mention name.
Yes.
But why I'm looking at the leaders of Nigeria, why they don't want to take action? Because it has so many phases. You see, the problem is that the name, including US, United Arab Emirates, has been given Nigeria names of people that are sponsoring these people, but yet no action was taken. Where are these people? These people should go and face the law and be killed if it means.
Probably they are in their political parties. That's why. So that's what I'm thinking.
That's one problem. Then secondly, apart from that, when we look at it from the problem that we have internally, some people will be thinking that because this one is my tribe, this one, we have a lot of tribesmen in Nigeria. Even though this one are doing evil, but because it's your tribe, I'll support that person. It's not good. That's what is also causing the problem. Then on the third one was that our military is not helping us. It's not helping.
We're thinking, but they are coming out to tell us that they are.
No, not coming out to tell us. To some extent, if you look at the scenarios coming off, you'll be thinking, what happened? Just recently, when Rabi was killed, General Rabi was killed, they later come with the story that they rescued his wife. The circumstances how the wife was rescued. Why didn't he rescue Rabi when he's alive? You will be thinking. There was some kind of looking like a drama sometimes when something happened within the military. One mistake made by our leader was giving Nigerian military to tackle internal security. It's one major problem. I know the Nigerian police has their problem, but they are experts in doing it. But pushing it to military who are supposed to defend the country outside, the opportunity to come and solve problem inside. Don't forget, in military, if you trace the history of military in America, EU, and whatever, thousands of years, military has a kind of operation that they do like a secret cult.
All right. So military, of course, they have to be secret in some of their dealings. I'm not saying that they're secret cult. All right. All right. Okay, Chief. Let me come to you now. Yesterday, the court gave recognized David Marks. I know his opposition. You are for Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Gave David Marks, ADC-led party, the green light to govern or to rule or to be the leader or chairman of ADC. And people are saying that your own party, APC, has hand in some of these crises we are having in the old days opposition parties, so that they look weak. Remember last week NDC had their own issue. Prior to that, SDP had their own. Do you agree with this allegation, or it's just a figment of imaginations of those people, doing that?
Yeah, in as much as I'm concerned, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, the president of this country, is too busy to think about this, all this kind of things they are saying. He's too busy. When a man is busy to make a good decision, time to that. But let me tell you this: even if INEC let them go and register more parties to come and contest before 12:00, 12:30, Bola Ahmed Tinubu GCFR 2027. Before 12:00, you don't win. Do you know why? I'm not saying that other people are not important. Like what I do in diaspora, I believe in action. I believe in saying the truth. What is the truth? My brother, at this time, yes, we can identify that it's hungry. People are suffering. Of course, we can identify that. But there are some decisions you, I, him, will make in your own family. That decision might make you people, if you are eating if you are eating 3,000 or 3 square meal, you start eating 2. But in future, that service or that decision as the man of the house will make all your children to be even governor, be this and that. That's exactly what is happening. There are some, now it might seem as if we are hungry and all that, but let me tell you, most of all these decisions, most of what is happening is going to be a benefit, in future to come. In future time, we just have to do what I am appealing to Nigerians. Let's just have patience, endure some certain things. I believe you that at the end of 8 years, people will have a lot of reasons to rejoice. He said that we should endure. Yeah, he said, and the presidents, our leaders, they are riding in luxurious cars.
Yes, let me go back to first of all your question before I get to that. You have mentioned whether it's a figment of imagination of people. Yes. People are saying that APC has hand in opposition's troubles or trajectories. To me, I didn't agree with that.
Wow.
The reason why I didn't agree with that is that you see, in politics, it's a game of interest and numbers.
Numbers, yes.
If I allow opposition to thrive, for example, assume I'm a president, if you allow opposition to thrive the way it is, they will dislodge you. Despite, even if you have good or you're doing good, then definitely, when you allow opposition, their aim is to dislodge you.
But not in this manner that we are saying it. If they didn't allow opposition to thrive in the UK, you will not have.
I'm not saying that it will still thrive, but the issue is there is no hand of, just to make it clear, there is no hand of APC in that problem. The Balana Pew. Napi Bala, that was the
ADC, yes. ADC, they've sorted. This one is Abejide zone. Abejide,
even the Abejide one. You understand? All these things you see, it's an internal party problem. The reason was APC has a very good mechanisms where they solve their problems. No party doesn't have problem. Now look at, just recently, there's some names were submitted after primaries, but at Abuja here they made some changes. That's another problem. But you know how to manage your problems within
internal problems.
Yes, that's an internal problem. If you have a good mechanisms, you have a very good leaders within the party, the structure, the party structure will be balanced. And no matter how the crisis comes, they will be able to solve it. That's what President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's team in APC were doing. Where the other opposition, ADC, they don't have that.
They don't have that.
That's why they're having problem. To me, that's what I understand. They should know how to manage their problem.
They don't have somebody they can respect.
And sometimes you cannot praise something on nothing and expect it to stand.
That's it. That's it.
Wow.
We can't do it.
Okay, now you thank God you mentioned, because that is actually the next angle I wanted us to look at in Ondo State. Ondo is boiling because the list has been changed. It's not those people that actually they forwarded from Ondo State or people that won in the primary. And Ondo, the local government, 18 of them or thereabout, came out to say no. I think I watched one video yesterday talking. One of them saying that he's going to campaign against one of those ones that are angry, that he's going to campaign against Mr. President come 2027, because that is not the wish of the people in Ondo State. Are we practicing democracy, or we are just practicing democracy of Baba Sokwe? What I mean by Baba Sokwe is Baba said. Baba says something and we must implement it. But I think that people's will should be obeyed when it comes to primaries. Let me come to you, Chief.
Okay. Let me say this. Even personally myself, I was quietly waiting, though I know from, I took my decision to work for him when I saw his capability, But I was quietly waiting to see the outcomes of most of all those party primaries. And when the whole noise, even people start going to court from different parties that are not APC, I was like asking myself, somebody said he's coming to fix the nation, and they cannot fix his house. Do you understand? Because I was expecting most of all those parties to even do electoral transmission on their primaries.
On their primaries.
Yes. Because that's what you expect. You are saying the INEC should do. Leaders, it is hard time. Leaders should lead by example.
Yes.
What you feel I'm not doing well, do it yourself. Do it yourself. Show me how to do it. Not okay. For example, do you know a lot of people make noise online, and if you watch most of the people making noise online, they don't even have PVC. How can you say you are supporting a party and you don't have your PVC? So in some occasions, I gather people and say, my friend, this is operation, show your PVC. Especially in my place. If I see your PVC, I will know you're a serious person. Because no matter what you say, no matter what you think, PVC is the only way to vote somebody out or vote him in.
And without that, you don't have rights to actually.
You don't even have right. You can't be making noise, say you want to change the government even when you don't have PVC. So what I'm telling people, all the people all over the world supporting Bola Ahmed Tinubu is, go and get your PVC if you don't have your PVC. So that if you have your PVC before 12:30, we have vote our able capacity present in.
But it's not yet time to campaign.
We are not campaigning. We are saying the truth.
No, he has to
express his own opinion. Okay. Because I don't want anybody to come and find me or find the station.
Not only that, even this time around, everybody is saying go and get your PVC.
Yes.
So I'm not campaigning. I'm just telling people to get PVC and vote for us.
Okay, but they should just get their PVC.
Yeah.
Then somebody on the guest came here and I said everybody should get their PVC because we have a country to fix. But I don't know the angle that he wants to, either to fix it through Bola Ahmed Tinubu or somebody else.
Yeah.
But he said we have a country to fix.
And he's entitled to his opinion.
Okay, so but I'm still asking about the consensus arrangement. Is it good for our democracy?
Yes, you see, one thing about consensus or no consensus, you see the superiority of party, the supremacy of party leadership, surprises on most of these things. You see, when a party decides that no, this person is more qualified, this person is more popular, and his loyalty is not doubted, you understand, the party has the right to change that person. That's party for you. For example,
but it should be done democratically.
That is simply,
the consensus is also part of democracy.
It's part of it. Consensus is part of it.
And party is supreme.
Party is supreme. So the issue is that sometimes you see somebody might claim he might win at primary or find his way to, but the problem is the party has its own ears, eyes, hands and legs outside. When you have an information that that person may fail your party, what can you do? Maybe he underscores, he underperforms. What I mean, performance matters. If you are House of Rep, you are Senator, you are this, you must perform beyond reasonable doubt before your party will allow you to become a flag bearer. If you fail to perform and you make your way, the party has the right to change, because maybe they have a more qualified person, somebody who is loyal to the party and at the same time is ready to work for the people of for Nigeria.
Yeah.
This is what,
and maybe his people like him.
Yeah, so that's what it is. No dispute about that. Everybody should just look at his own party. Let everybody pick his own party. APC, I believe they have the mechanisms to solve their party problems. All this issue of Ondo, many other states have complaints.
Yeah, even my own state.
Sure, I'm sure they will resolve it.
Okay. Oh, all right. Yesterday too, we heard about the forfeitures of properties in Maitama by former Minister of Power. You know, that was jailed, I think, 75 years. You know, do you think, Ambassador, do you think now that the president is actually fighting corruption, or is just going after his opponent? Because when you look at El-Rufai, you look at former Minister, Attorney General, you look at all that, they are all his opponents when it comes to 2027.
Should I
go on after?
Yeah, you see, Saleh was convicted by the court to go for 75 years, and now that there's confiscation, I think yes, the court has done the right thing.
Yeah, okay.
Because yes, that's through fight to corruption. Saleh was from Taraba State. President Buhari trusted him, gave him Minister of Power. After giving him Minister of Power, sent money, because there are complaints that since during Obasanjo's time, there are money allocated for Mambila project, Mambila power plant. It has not been done. Now Buhari came in and said, okay, so let's do it. He now brought somebody from Taraba State, where Mambila is.
Yes, with Mambila power.
Mambila power project. So
yes.
What do you expect? If somebody from other state didn't do it, now you are the state. You are from the state. You are an indigene. You are given money, 33 billion or whatever. But now, at the end of the game, the place has not been even cleared, and the money is gone. You went and did you forged a contract, you do nonsense, come and to present to Nigeria. Just as equally as one of the ministers did before Buhari left. He went to another country, brought another airplane, painted it and said it's a Nigerian air. Because see, that kind of mentality Nigerians have when you are giving them opportunity, should go. Should not go unpunished. I like the way Saleh the court deal to his own case. So that shows that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is still fighting corruption. You understand? But the case of Ir-Rufai's own case, we all know is apolitical. Ir-Rufai was one that is among the people that stood for President Bola Ahmed to come into power. We have seen all what he did at that time. Everybody knows. We have seen everything he did, especially in Kaduna State and others. He stood by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu before he became president. Even during the primary election here in Abuja, where some governors have a rethink, where the Buhari cabals were thinking of somewhere else. They wanted to change. But he said no. Ir-Rufai stood and said to Buhari, we have promised these people that when a northerner spends 8 years, another northerner is not coming. Somebody is coming from the south. And we have to support Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He did that, but immediately after President Bola Ahmed Tinubu entered office, things change. This is one problem I always try to address, that in our African politics, we made issues of betrayals to become like a normal thing.
No, probably because some people might also say that El-Rufai, though it's not part of what we're discussing this morning, but as I mean, El-Rufai might also be targeting 2031. And it could be a threat to Bola Ahmed.
No, 2031, how could it be? How could he
no,
be
because if a certain finish,
he's not contesting in 2031.
yeah, but he's going to suggest a successor.
Before we come to that, I'm trying to give you how the thing started.
Yes.
President Bola Ahmed, after he entered office, some people come to him and told him that El-Rufai should not be in his cabinet, and he believes them. He forgot all what
well, he could have been compensated in the other way.
In another way. But another thing was they pushed him out of APC, because he mentioned it. He said he was pushed out of APC. It's not he's willing, because he is among the people that brought up APC. If you can recall.
Sure.
Yeah, but then
now you see. Hold on, just give me a minute. Let me see. You see, one thing with the El-Rufai's own case, why I say it's apolitical, was because I knew after he left APC. You understand? President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a very calculative and very smart politician. He knows the capability of that man.
Sure.
That man, as you see, El-Rufai, he single-handedly sit down, design, and become one of the major architects of formation of APC in 2013-2014. Because he do find out that the problems why Buhari Pell election from 2003 to 2011, and he came out with all the design, and we showed him, and it works. He knew that if you allow El-Rufai to be very much free in politics, this problem you see, ADC, whatever, there are a tendency that he can be able to remove
APC from power.
That's politics for you.
Okay, yeah, that is right. Whether right or wrong, but that is politics.
That's politics.
Okay, High Chief, is your party fighting corruption?
Yes, of course. If it's not fighting corruption, a lot of political bulldozers will not be in the jail.
But they are in jail. No, they are in jail because they are in the opposition.
No, let me say this. Let me make this clear, please. I want us to know in this nation what goes around turns around. You might be in power today, tomorrow you might not be in power, and I want everybody to know that at the back of his mind. But what I'm saying is this: no matter the party where you are, if you commit to offense, please, the security agents should come for you. And that's why I said that how you know that someone is famous builder of men is when they give you appointment, or when they appoint you, they allow you to do your work. That's exactly what Mr. President is doing. He allowed police do their work, he allowed DSS do their work, he allowed justice do their work. So for the fact that someone is APC and the person commit a capital offense, or in PDP or opposition, you know, for example, El-Rufai comes out and say he has what did he say?
Wiretap NSA or
Wiretap
NSA. And you want to tell me because he said that because whatever you might qualify him, they will not go after him. You know, no, it's not. Please. So I want you to know that this, our president, is the best thing that have happened to Nigeria. We will notice it in years to come. We will know. Whoever commit offense, the security agents should go for that person, and that's exactly what the security agents are doing. And let me use this opportunity to tell you that we have the best police ever.
Yes, they're very right.
If they want to work, and that doesn't mean that there are no bad eggs in police. We have the best DSS. We have the best what is it called? NSCDC. You know, yes. We have the best security. We have been doing better outside the country, and we can do it here. We have the best government as well. That you know that they are working, but that doesn't mean there are people that there's no people there that want this government to fail.
Yeah, true.
I want you to know that. So, but in all these things, that what makes the government. And why I mean government is that we will succeed.
All right. When I look at the parties, the composition of Bola, and I want us to begin to round up now this section because the time is almost off now. When you look at the cabinet, I'm asking this question because of you.
Okay.
Who is the director of operations, diaspora operations. Yes. When you look at our foreign policies, when it comes, at least one of the papers reported about 271 being evacuated from South Africa. Do you think that the president is doing enough when it comes to our foreign policies representing Nigerians in diaspora? Let me start with IGF, then I'll come back to it.
All right. You know, sometimes, like, I wear this watch. You can't tell me to use mirror and look at it because I'm seeing it. You see what happened, our detainees in Ethiopia, just about last 2 weeks.
Yes.
The Minister of Foreign Affairs, you know, the names of Bianco Juku, he went there, you know, by the support of Mr. President. You see how many people that was pulled out of jail, bring them back to the country, even in South Africa, where they are doing Islamophobia or whatever they are doing there because of their ignorance. You see how our president sent a plane to go there and bring our people back. Did you look? Let me tell you, even ordinarily, let me say this. I want us to know this, please. You know, if you have a daughter or a son, maybe that your daughter is doing well, maybe God have put in a gift inside that your daughter or son. He's doing well, whatever he lays a hand or prospers, or whatever he says comes to pass. If because of ignorance, you might not know that that is a gift. You might even carry that child to a native doctor, say this one now Banje. Did you understand? That's exactly what is happening to Nigerian citizens. We are gifted, we are good, we are very good. Wherever we go, we register success. If we have any competition, we win it. All over the world, we are doing well. But so the world is misinterpreting that, and some of our people here in the country are misinterpreting that. Instead of giving them praise, they call them criminals. Because like in South Africa, what is the excuse? We marry their wives, we take their we take their job, from somebody else that owns the job. Did you see it?
Sometimes the argument of that we marry their guests, sometimes it sounds somehow to me.
Let me tell you this.
There's no logic.
They don't take care of
Let me tell you this. It's happening in Kenya.
Yes.
Anywhere Nigerian man goes, in fact, is a market. They look for us like a gold.
Yes,
did you understand?
Yes.
They're women.
They're women. And then look for our women. Because when our women marry you, success will start in your life.
So when it comes to that means Nigeria has some certain values that other countries appreciate.
Gift to us.
Here we have, but here we are not appreciating it. But it's outside that is not having that thing.
Did you understand?
And as he said, we are recording success. Whatever we put on. That's it.
So that is why previous government, you know, it's not good for you to go and label your country that they are criminals. Do you know that there was a time I traveled to UAE. Then from UAE, I just want to go and know what is happening in Iran because I've been hearing about Iran. I went there. From UAE, I went to Iran. I stopped at Kish Island. From Kish Island, I entered the Tehran, being the capital of Iran. You know. So when I was coming back, I at the line when I was visiting back to UAE, to the UAE, that's United Arab Emirates. Yeah. When I was visiting there, then I saw some people. I suspect because when you see in Nigeria, you know them. Did you know what that lady was?
We know each other.
Yes.
Yeah, we know each other.
When these guys come, he give the immigration their passport. And the immigration will say, Yara. He collect the passport and say, Yara is go out. I was looking at it from afar. And when it got to my turn, you know, I gave him my passport. And they say, Yara, I said, meaning what? What do you mean by Yara? He say, stay here. This is Nigeria. I said, oh, because I'm in Nigeria, that is why he's saying Yara, you are passing other people. What's wrong with you? If you suspect me, please take me to your security and search me. This is a vital document. You have no right to keep it. It's my passport.
They have already colored Nigerians.
Did you understand? Then the woman say, Shohada. I say, Maf Mishkra.
Good.
So he was surprised. You say fear Arab. I said, no, Maf Arab. They know I don't go hear Arab. They leave it for you. He said, okay. He was trying to calm me down. He now gave me my own. He said, you different Nigeria. He snapped it. I call others. Say, me wanna come. Are you a Nigerian? Say, you a Nigerian? Okay, give them their passport. So what am I trying to tell you? So when you label your people criminals, they will now have that inner intimidation.
They have the authority.
They have given a loophole for others to intimidate
them. So please, what I'm saying in effect is that it is time for we to appreciate ourselves. It is time for we to appreciate our president. It is time for we to appreciate our police. It is time for we to know that we're a great nation. No nation in the world is like Nigeria, for crying out loud.
You're right. You're right. I like that statement.
You understand? If you call your things rubbish, people will take it and pack dustbin. Thank you.
All right, Abdulaziz.
Yes,
I noticed one thing, like what he was saying, that it's not good for us to label ourselves wrongly and the internet, social media is one of the fastest way where they can easily have perception about whom you are. What do you think that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu should do regarding social media? Should it be regulated, or we should just leave it the way it is?
I think there's a need for regulations. Whatever we are doing, we can't just leave it open like that to become, social media has a lot of influence today. It can change things within a minute. People sending fake news that yes, they were clean in social area. People, bandits are killing people here, Fulani are killing here, Biroms are killing there, or whatever. All these problems you see sometimes are fake. But because of that fake information he sent, it will not spread.
It has traveled far.
Yeah.
Before you know, some people will just take action. They thought it's true. For example, maybe you send a message to Jos in Plateau and said Fulani are attacking Broms in social area. You made a kind of, you look at it like you made AI, whatever, and send it. Before you know, the Broms there, they will say, okay, since Fulani are attacking our people there, we'll also attack here. Which the one you send is spec. So there's need regulations. Now, apart from that, you see, our children too need to be protected.
Yeah, sure.
There are some kind of information that we don't need our children to be seeing, because it is when we take action today, it will help to solve our problem tomorrow. Our children, they need to have a very good moral background. This narrative of hating ourselves, as he mentioned, as High Chief said it, this problem of narrating our stories differently in a bad light, it is when we taught our children to not to go to that side, then it can change. So regulation can be done.
And they will not say that the president is trying to muzzle the media space.
No,
because I remember, I think there was a senator or in last section or thereabout that talked about regularizing under President Bola Muhammadu Buhari to bring out a law to regulate, and we all shouted. I was part of them too.
No. It's a lack of understanding. Definitely, we need to help government to. There are some certain information that is not supposed to go. Yes, Twitter, Facebook, and whatever, all those TikTok and whatever. There's a need to have regulations. There's a need. There are offices here in Nigeria to immediately, when they see information that they find out it can cause chaos,
they should remove it.
It should be stopped. It should be completely blocked. It should not be allowed to separate, because that can harm the whole Nigerians. An innocent person moving along Abuja to Plateau, you want to go to Bochi on an assignment. He may be a southerner, but people will stop him there because of fake information and kill him. Is that good? Somebody from Bayelsa or somebody from Akwa Ibom, just he has an assignment in Bochi to go and do assignment, and you kill him because fake information. Somebody said Fulani bandits or Fulani whatever are killing somebody somewhere, which is wrong. This should be stopped.
All right. If you see Mr. President, let me, in 1 minute, if you see Mr. President today with the current situation we are facing, fuel increase, economic biting, fuel and others, what message do you have for Mr. President to do in order to actually solve this problem?
Yeah, I have two things to tell him. And one about Nigerian security. That is happening in Nigeria today. There's a need for him to do more. The state police bill or the state police act, if he signed, there's a need for it to be looked with wisdom and allow it to work and prosper, and so that all this problem, the local government chairman too, they could have a security at their hands. When there's a problem in locality, they can be able to call the security chiefs and answer it. The governor will have opportunity. to tell the commissioner of police, so place, go and solve that problem, go and clear those bandits. Nowadays, the policy of this operations sub-corridor should completely be abolished. They have to clear it out because it's no longer working. Anywhere they find bandits should be killed.
Okay.
Anywhere they find kidnapper should be killed.
Okay.
That's my first message. The second message was about election. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, yes, we agreed you are among the president that was able to win election in 2023 because of your pedigree, because of the good work you did in Lagos. It speaks for you. That's why many of us voted for you. But what we want today is that we want you to safeguard that electoral integrity.
Okay, electoral integrity.
So no chaos. 2027 is going to be free and fair, credible. If you win election, you win. If another person win, then we go. But I'm sure President Bola Ahmed has the upper hand.
All right, sir. We have less than 3 minutes, and we must sign out before that. So you understand what I'm saying? Your message to Mr. President, just 1 minute.
Yeah, if I meet Mr. President, I will hug him and shake him. I will thank him for what he has done. I will thank him for what he's doing, and I will thank him for what he's gonna do. I will give him 2 advice. 1, I will tell him to do anything possible to make sure that this country become great as he's doing it, so that at last, when he have old enough 200, 300 years and go to heaven, any person that will hear about him will be a blessing to the generations unborn. And I'll beg him one thing, please do everything possible, Mr. President, to make sure Nnamdi Kanu is released, or to bring peace.
That is another angle. That is another angle completely. We will talk about that maybe when they you ask me. Yes, that is what you will tell Mr. President if you say it. All right, thank you very much. It's a lively discussion. I told you that it's going to be an interesting conversation in the studio here in Kaftan. We don't put it to our guests. We allow our guests to have their opinion. And thank you very much, my guest on today's press, for coming on the show and sharing your insight, deep insight in this. High Chief, I so much appreciate you for coming despite all the schedules that you had, and you find your way to this place. And to Abdulaziz, is regular, face here, although today is your first time on my own show, and I must be dragging you all the time to, because he's a regular. Either he's in Hausa or he's in English. He's you will see them, see him come. It's a pleasure seeing on the show. And to our viewers, it's nice, thank you for investing your time with us. See you again next week, Monday. Have a great weekend. Bye.